is pure magic, the most powerful gift we have as humans, and we use it against ourselves. We plan revenge. We create chaos with the word. We use the word to create hate between different races, between different people, between families, between nations. We misuse the word so often, and this misuse is how we create and perpetuate the dream of hell. Misuse of the word is how we pull each other down and keep each other in a state of fear and doubt, because the word is the magic that humans possess, and misuse of the word is black magic.
The language that the ancient yogis wrote all of their ancient yogi books in, the language that they spoke, you kind of sing it. It's a beautiful language. Like when you read it, you're singing it. That's why the Bhagavad Gita is called a song instead of a book. It's designed yoga as a system, not like in America we think that yoga is body asanas, is some sort of physical exercise class that you do in a group. There's a bunch of different, there's Ashtanga yoga, there's Hatha yoga. But bhakti yoga is what yoga really is. And bhakti yoga is a state of being. It's a state of union with all of creation and with the Creator. And the word yoga has 30-something different meanings, but basically it means discipline. It means union that is achieved through discipline. But the purpose of yoga is to heal the body, mind, heart, and soul. And when we have healed and we are in a state of inner peace, clarity, union, and understanding, then we can experience the love that God truly has for His creation, for all of His beautiful children. So we don't practice yoga so that we have six-pack abs or so that we get the girl of our dreams or whatever. If you're disciplined, that's probably going to be a part of it, but we practice yoga so that we can serve. Because you can't love anyone any more than you love yourself. You can't serve anyone or take care of the world any more than you're taking care of yourself. So we practice yoga with discipline so that we can serve as an example for others who are on a similar path, seeking truth, seeking peace and happiness and love. So, the language of Sanskrit is designed as a vibrational language, which means that whether or not you understand it, if you are receptive when you hear it, the words have the same effect on you as they would have on someone who understands them. However, in order to be receptive of the words, it helps to understand them. So, Jai in Sanskrit means victory. And Sriram is the masculine form of Ram serves as the source of all virtuous action in this world. So when we act in alignment with that highest virtue that, exists, at a level of like intuition for humans, when you're acting in truth and goodness. Yes. And
he's a good boy. Ha! Yes! I love you. Tell puppies.
That highest state of virtue, discipline in our daily activities. They worship the source of that as, God, obviously. But God is impersonal, which is why all of these different, deities, for lack of a better word, all these different forms and names and energies, they all exist as personal forms of God, because human beings are, like personal creatures. It is what it is. We're not like God. If we were like God, then we wouldn't be human. Because we're human, we need a bridge if we're going to form a deep personal relationship with God, which is the purpose that is served by Jesus and Krishna and Ganesha and Muhammad and all these different supremely enlightened beings. So when I say Sriram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, what I am saying is victory to the source of all virtue in this world. Sriram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sriram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Honestly,
Sriram, Jai Ram,
honestly,
Jai Ram.
I doubt it if I only seen it on the internet.
Jai Jai Ram.
We are using black magic all the time without knowing that our word is magic at all. There was a woman, for example, who was intelligent and had a very good heart. She had a daughter whom she adored and loved very much. One night she came home from a very bad day at work, tired, full of emotional tension, and with a terrible headache. She wanted peace and quiet, but her daughter was singing and jumping happily. The daughter was unaware of how her mother was feeling. She was in her own world, in her own dream. She felt so wonderful, and she was jumping and singing louder and louder, expressing her joy and her love. She was singing so loud that it made her mother's headache even worse, and at a certain moment the mother lost control. Angrily, she looked at her beautiful little girl and said, "Shut up, you have an ugly voice. Can you just shut up?" The truth is that the mother's tolerance for any noise was non-existent. It was not that the little girl's voice was ugly, but the daughter believed what her mother said, and in that moment she made an agreement with herself. After that, she no longer sang, because she believed her voice was ugly and would bother anyone who heard it. She became shy at school, and if she was asked to sing, she refused. Even speaking to others became difficult for her. Everything changed in the little girl because of this new agreement. She believed she must repress her emotions in order to be accepted and loved. Whenever we hear an opinion and believe it, we make an agreement. and it becomes part of our belief system. This little girl grew up, and even though she had a beautiful voice, she never sang again. She developed a whole complex from one spell. The spell was cast upon her by the one who loved her the most, her own mother. Her mother didn't notice what she did with her word. She didn't notice that she used black magic and put a spell on her daughter. She didn't know the power of her word, and therefore she isn't to blame. She did what her own mother, father, and others had done to her in many ways. They misused the word. How many times do we do this with our own children? We give them these types of opinions.
Sriram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sriram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sriram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
I doubt it if I only seen it on the internet. A lot of niggas bread, not a lot of niggas stuff bread. Hottest thing that I love gon' kill me is this cigarette. It's the nicotine. Where my niggas at? Making something of themselves, placing bigger bets. We got bigger fish to fillet, we ain't laying up. Dunking that shit from the free throw, niggas fucking hacks. Got the simulation glitching, bitch, we busting back. Now they leaning in to listen, got the baritone. Still a couple niggas drowsy.